Hello everyone, welcome back to FPL Start. Today I gonna discuss about FPL final analysis for Game Week 4. So before starting, if you are new in this channel, make sure to subscribe this channel for FPL content throughout the season. Now let's start. At first, I will discuss about expected goal conceded in game week 3 top 5 team and Liverpool are the best defense right now. Their expected goal conceded in game week 1 to game week 3 was 2.3. They are the best defense. Then Manchester City has got also very good defensive number for game week 1 to game week 3. They have got 2.49 expected goal conceded. The Nottingham Forest surprisingly they are 3.06 and I think their goalkeeper sales now look to be a nailed goalkeeper. So I think Nottingham Forest goalkeeper can be a good option if you want to go for a wildcard. And in fourth team, there is Tottenham. Their expected goal concede in first three games is 3.26. This season, they improved their defensive stats. Fulham, on the other hand, is looking good in defensively. Their expected goal concede 3.61. And if you look at the team to target, there is Ipswich. Their expected goal concede in game week 1 to game week 3 is 8.2, which is quite high. Everton got 7.36 expected goal concede ratio. This means their defense are not look solid this season. West Ham 7.24. If you want to go for West Ham defense, I think you should avoid it. And Southampton also not looking good defensively. Their expected goal concede is 7.16. Newcastle this season defensively poor. Their expected goal concede in game week 1 to game week 3 is 6.12. Now I am going to discuss about expected goals scored in game week 1 to game week 3 and I think Liverpool has got the best attack. Liverpool has got 8.75 expected goals scored in game week 1 to game week 3 and if you want to go for a Liverpool attack I think you should go for the midfield option Luis Diaz, Jota or Mohamed Salah. And the second team here is Manchester City. They have got 7.45 expected goals scored in game week 1 to game week 3 and their talisman Haaland score back-to-back hat-trick. Third team here is Bournemouth, and if you want to go for a Bournemouth player, then Semenyo is the option. The fourth team here is Aston Villa. They have got 6.15 expected goal score ratio in game week 1 to game week 3, but they cannot utilize it because Watkins missed some of the glorious chance. Chelsea, on the other hand, this season looking good in attacking point of view. Chelsea has got 6.07 expected goal score ratio. Now I will discuss about the predicted clean sheet for Game Week 4 and Liverpool has got 47% chance of maintaining clean sheet against Nottingham home match. Manchester City has got 46% chance of maintaining clean sheet against Brentford and Brighton has got 43% chance against Ipswich home match to maintain the clean sheet. So you should go for their defender. Aston Villa on the other hand got 41% chance against Everton to maintain the clean sheet. Crystal Palace has got 39% chance of maintaining clean sheet against Leicester, but I think it's unlikely because Crystal Palace this season defensively not looking solid. Now I will discuss about few dilemma and the first dilemma is what is your first wildcard plan for this FPL season? 40% engaged FPL manager are going for game week 4 or game week 5 wildcard and 12% are going for game week 6 wildcard and 24% will activate their wildcard later in the season. 24% already played their wildcard. And if you look at my thought here, I most probably wildcard in game week 6 or game week 5. Now move on to the second question and is which Brighton midfield or forward option do you think is the best to buy in game week 4? 51% are going for Joe Pedro and 21% engaged FPL manager going for Wilbeck and 21% for Mitoma. And if you look at my ranking here, I prefer Wilbeck because in next two matches he's the best option I think, and that's why I put in the rank one. Then Joe Pedro is a long-term good option, and I put him in the rank two for my team. And the third option is Mitoma. I really like Mitoma, but in game week four he might play 60 or 70 minutes because he is in international duty. And then Minte. Now move on to the question number three. And what is your plan about Saka in game week 4 against Tottenham away? 53% engaged FPL manager gonna start Saka in game week 4. 47% are gonna sell Saka. And if you look at my preference here, I prefer to sell Saka if possible, and if I can go for Salah, but I prefer it to do without hit. But if I want to make this move in my team, then I have to take it, and that's why I think at present I'm gonna start Saka in my team. Now move on to the question number four, and is what is your thought about Mbemo in game week 4? He is an informed player, and 45% engaged FPL manager are thinking that they will buy Mbemo when the fixture improve because Mbemo has got Manchester City in this game week 4 and 24% will not go for Mbemo at all. 23% already have got Mbemo in their team and 8% are gonna buy Mbemo in game week 4. And if you look at my thought here, I'm gonna go with Mbemo when the fixture improve. What is your thought about Pedro Porro in Game Week 4 against Arsenal home? And if you look at the engaged FPL manager trends here, 50% of engaged FPL manager are thinking that they will start Pedro Porro because he's quite attacking. 41% are benching Pedro Porro because of his tricky fixer Arsenal, and 9% are selling Pedro Porro. And if I have got the backup bench option, then possibly I will bench Pedro Porro. But in my team, I don't have this kind of luxury, and that's why I need to start Pedro Porro in my Game Week 4 team. Now move on to the question number 6. And what is your plan regarding Salah and Haaland for game week 4? 14% of engaged FPL manager already have both, and 21% will go with only Haaland in game week 4, and 36% are going with only Salah. 29% have one Haaland or Salah, and they will buy another in game week 4. My thought here is that I prefer both, but it's quite hard to fit both Salah and Haaland. I cannot make it without taking -4 hit, but I am not willing to take the hit, and that's why I am gonna go with Erling Haaland only in my team. Question number 7 is for Rogers and Smith owner. Who will you start in game week 4 from Rogers versus Everton home and Smith versus West Ham home? 63% are going for Rogers, 23% engaged FPL manager are going for Smith, 9% are going for both Smith and Rogers. And my thought here is that firstly, I don't have any player like Rogers or Smith Rowe. If I have, then I am gonna play Rogers because it's Everton home, and in first 3 game week Everton defensively look bad, so that's why I prefer Rogers over Smith Rowe. Now move on to the question number 8. How many transfer do you plan to make in game week 4? If you look at the engaged FM manager trend here, 33% are going for one free transfer, 34% are rolling transfer, and 33% are going for 2 or 3 free transfer. And my preference here is that I gonna make one free transfer, but if I can roll the transfer, it might be handy because in game week 5, then I can go for Salah. Now move on to the question number 9. Who will be your captain in game week 4? 54% engaged FPL manager are going to captain Haaland, 27 are going to captain Salah, and my captain choice for game week 4 is obviously Haaland, and I am gonna go with him because I don't have Salah. 15% engaged FPL manager are going for Palmer to be their captain in game week 4, and 4% are going for Watkin or Isak or other player. Now move on to the FPL Game Week 4 top 10 transfer, and in buy category I think Haaland is essential because a lot of FPL manager got a captain Erling Haaland in Game Week 4, and that's why he's an essential buy for Game Week 4. In rank 2 position it's Salah. He has got good run of fixer for Game Week 4, 5 and 6. In Game Week 5 he is the best captaincy shout, so that's why I put him in the rank 2, but I put him in the good category because you can buy him in Game Week 5. In rank 3 position, I put Ulbeck because I think in next match against Ipswich home, Ulbeck will play around 90 minutes, and it's an easy match for Brighton, and that's why I think Ulbeck is a good buy for game week 4. On if you look at the rank 4 position, it's Luis Diaz. He's playing more direct or central in this season. His expected goal ratio is 0.99, which is higher than Salah, and that's why I put him in the good category. And if you look at the rank 5 player is Joe Pedro. His expected goal ratio is 0.39, which is not quite good, and that's why I put him in the rank 5 position. Also, another constant thing about Joe Pedro that in game week 4, if he start, he will play 60 or 70 minutes, and that's why I think he's an optional buy for game week 4. In rank 6 position is Mitoma, and I think he's an optional option for game week 4 because he is now into international duty. So there is some concern that he might play for 60 or 70 minutes if he can return. So that's why I put him in the optional category. And if you look at the rank 7 player is Mbemu, his fixture for game week 4 is quite hard, Manchester City away match. So that's why I put Mbemu in the optional category. If you look at Robinson, on the other hand, in last 2 match he provided 2 assists, but at present I think his fixture run doesn't looks good, and that's why I put him in the optional category. And in rank 9 position it's Rico Lewis, and I think you miss that train if you want to go for Rico Lewis because after international break I expect less minutes for Rico Lewis, and that's why he's ignored transfer. And Onana on the other hand, I don't like him because he's playing as box to box midfielder, and I don't think he will continue his amazing run, and that's why you should ignore this kind of buy. Now I will move on to the sell category, and the first essential sell for game week 4 is Odegaard because he is injured and I don't think he will play in next few game week. And also Solanke has got some injury concern and that's why I put him in the essential sale category. Bardiol, I don't like him at present because he's played defensively and Manchester City has got two hard fixture in game week 5 and 6, and that's why selling Bardiol I think is a good option. And in rank 4, I put Saka, and if you want to go for Salah, selling Saka, then I think the preferred move should be utilized. And in rank 5, I put Gordon. I'm not totally happy with Gordon, but at present game before they have got Wolves away match, so I expect Gordon to do well in this match, and that's why he's an optional sale. Palmer also looking to be a good player for Chelsea, the main man, but if you want to go for Salah for your team, then I think selling Palmer this game week is optional option. Pedro Porro, I also put him in the optional category because if you want to go for Robertson or other good defender, then you might sell Pedro Porro, but if you don't have any other option, then I think holding Pedro is the best decision or benching him, and that's why I put him in the optional category. And I think you should ignore selling Isak because against Wolves, Isak can get multiple return, and also Watkins has got Everton home match. So in this match, I think Watkins can score. So if you have these two, I think you should hold them in game week 4. And the 10th player in this list is Jota. A lot of people managers selling Jota, but I don't think it's a good move, and that's why you should ignore him to sell because he's playing well and playing in the center forward position quite well. So I don't think Jota will be dropped soon, and that's why you should ignore this kind of selling. And that's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, please like this video, and if you're new in this channel, please subscribe this channel and don't forget to press the bell icon. Good luck for your team.